New York offered him a teaching job and the facilities to make that possible, and he taught there from 1991 to 2009. In 2009, Achebe became a professor of African Studies at Brown University. In 2012, he published the essay, There Was a Country, a personal history of Biafra. Achebe won the Man Booker International Prize for his life's work in 2007 and received more than 30 honorary doctorates. He remained critical of the corruption of Nigerian politicians, condemning those that stole or squandered the nation's oil reserves. In addition to his own literary success, he was a passionate and active supporter of African writers. However, Achebe died in Boston, Massachusetts on March 21, 2013, after a brief illness. He is credited with changing the face of world literature by presenting the effects of European colonization from the point of view of Africans. He specifically wrote in English, a choice that received some criticism, but his intent was to speak to the whole world about the real problems that the influence of Western missionaries and colonialists created in Africa. His life was an inspiration and sentimental to Western culture, promoting customs and values about traditional African society.
Every day, across forests, highways, towns and villages, brave men and women stand watch so that Nigeria can sleep. They leave their families behind, confront danger head-on, and make sacrifices many of us will never see. Yet, the enemies of our nation continue their assault. They target our children. They murder innocent citizens. They force families from their homes. They turn thriving communities into places of fear and uncertainty. Their goal is simple: to break our spirit, divide our people, and steal the future of our nation. But Nigeria is stronger than terror. As we demand greater accountability, stronger security measures, and more effective action from those entrusted with our safety, we must also play our part. Support our security forces. Salute their gallantry. Stand with those who stand for us. If you see something, say something. Let us be our brother's keeper. We must never surrender to fear, despair, or hopelessness. This is not the time for division, not by tribe, not by religion, not by region, not by political party. Because terror recognizes no ethnicity, no faith, and no ideology. Its enemy is all of us. And together, united as one people, we can defeat it. For our children, for our communities, for our future, for Nigeria. Join the movement. Stand for our country. Stand for one another. Hashtag unite against terror.
Entertainment. Just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars. Now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided.
Yet another day during this FIFA 2026 World Cup, and yes, a lot is still happening. You know, football has a way of reminding us that greatness is never guaranteed. Yesterday, one giant fell, and another took a giant step toward immortality. The World Cup doesn't care about reputation. It doesn't care about history. It doesn't care about expectations. It rewards the team that owns the biggest moments. Spain have once again shown why they are one of the football's true superpowers, while France, well, they're left wondering what might have been. However, with one semi-final complete and another still to come, the road to the greatest prize in football is getting narrower. The pressure is getting heavier. Well, I almost said worse there. And every touch of the ball now carries the weight of history. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Je fais aussi partie de cette histoire. Welcome to Beyond the Game.
Shakira,
World Cup final after a commanding 2-0 victory over France. This has been quite a tournament, I must say. The match was played in Dallas, and the Spaniards controlled the tempo from the opening, yes. From the opening whistle, and struck first in the 22nd minute when Mikel Oyarzabal calmly converted a penalty after Lamine Yamal was brought down in the area. Now, France struggled to find their rhythm with Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé. Well, they kept unusually quiet by disciplined Spanish defense. Now, just before the hour mark, Pedro Porro doubled Spain's advantage with a superb finish following a flowing team move, putting Luis de la Fuente's side firmly in control. Despite the French pressure, though, Spain never looked rattled, producing a tactical masterclass built on possession, composure, and clinical finishing. The 2-0 victory sent Spain into the World Cup final, while France must now regroup for the third-place playoff after seeing their dream of another world title come to an end. Chère France, tu es venu, tu as vu, et tu as vaincu. J'espère que les Bleus, comprennent que c'est la vie. Parfois on gagne, parfois on perd. Well, what I just said in French is, dear France, you came, you saw, and you conquered. I hope les Bleus understand that. Such is life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Bonne chance aux Espagnols. Que la meilleure équipe gagne. Good luck to the Spaniards. May the best team win. We'll take a quick break right now, and we'll be back with more. You're watching Beyond the Game. Thank you for staying tuned. You are watching Beyond the Game on TVC. Now, the FIFA World Cup has entered its biggest week, and with it comes a brand new match ball. Adidas has unveiled the Triunder Final. That's a special edition that will be used exclusively for the semi-finals, the third-place playoff, and the World Cup final. Now, unlike the original Triunder, which is used throughout the tournament, this version features a striking gold, black and white design inspired by the FIFA World Cup trophy and the prestige of football's biggest stage. The change follows growing debate around the original ball, with several goalkeepers questioning its unpredictable flight after a number of spectacular long-range goals and handling errors during the tournament. While the new ball keeps the same technology, including the built-in motion sensor that supports VAR and semi-automated offside decisions, its fresh design marks the transition to the tournament's decisive matches. Now, just so you know, Triunder is a blend of tri representing the three host nations of the 2026 FIFA World Cup and Onda, which is a Spanish word for wave. Hopefully, we will not be waving goodbye and sorry to the owners of the language at the finals. Well, whether it changes the fortunes of the goalkeepers or simply becomes another iconic World Cup ball, well, that remains to be seen. One thing is certain, though, as football's biggest prize comes into view, even the ball has been dressed for the occasion. Now, one of the biggest stars at the World Cup is once again making headlines, but this time not for what he's doing on the pitch. Kylian Mbappé has reportedly donated all of his earnings from representing the French national team since making his senior debut in 2018. Match fees, tournament bonuses, and World Cup rewards have all been directed to charitable causes, helping fund medical treatment for sick children, supporting vulnerable families, and recognizing the work of staff and security personnel who support Les Bleus. It is a remarkable gesture from a player who at just 19 years old became a World Cup winner and has since grown into one of football's biggest global icons. While Mbappé earns millions through his club career and commercial endorsements, his decision to give back through his national team earnings highlights a side of elite athletes that often goes unnoticed. In a sport dominated by transfer fees, salaries, and trophies, Mbappe's legacy may ultimately be defined not only by the goals he scores, but by the lives he continues to change away from the game. Tout à fait louable, vraiment very commendable indeed. Now, for many footballers, a World Cup exit means a holiday. For Neymar Jr., though, it meant taking on a different kind of competition. Just days after Brazil's disappointing round of 16 elimination, the Brazilian superstar was spotted in Las Vegas competing at the prestigious World Series of Poker. A longtime poker enthusiast, Neymar has often described the game as one of his biggest passions, away from football that is, regularly taking part in professional tournaments and charity events. His appearance has divided opinion, though. Some fans believe the 34-year-old has every right to unwind after the emotional disappointment of Brazil's early exit. Others argue, though, that one of the game's biggest stars, for him, the timing sends the wrong message following another World Cup campaign that ended below expectations. Now, whether at a football stadium or a poker table, Neymar continues to attract attention. Whichever way you look at it. But with Brazil's wait for a 6th World Cup title now stretching beyond another tournament, many supporters will be hoping his next big gamble is focused on leading the Seleção back to the top of world football. It'll be great to know your stand on this, as it really has drawn heated debate across the world. Please use the hashtag #BeyondTheGame on TVC. Now, football's influence stretches far beyond the pitch, as you know, and Erling Haaland is proving just how powerful that influence can be. According to figures highlighted in faraway Peru, and it really is amazing to know that an incredible 559 babies have been named after the Norwegian goal machine. Breaking it down even further, 468 newborns were registered with the surname Haaland, with 90 babies given the full name Erling Haaland. Whoa, that's a lot. Well, it's a remarkable example of how football stars can inspire fans in the most unexpected ways. Erling Braut Haaland has become one of the biggest names in world football, thanks to his incredible goal-scoring exploits for club and country, and his popularity is clearly crossing continents. From scoring goals to inspiring baby names thousands of miles away, the Norwegian striker's impact goes well beyond the game itself. It's another reminder that football isn't just a sport, it's a global culture. And today's superstars are leaving legacies that extend far beyond the final whistle. Well, let's blow one for a quick break now. You are watching Beyond the Game on TVC. You are watching Beyond the Game on TVC, and of course it's all about the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which of course is currently ongoing. All right, it's time for us to tell you exactly what to expect today. Yesterday we gave you an update earlier regarding the Spain versus France match, and now we should let you know that tonight at 8 p.m. England will play against Argentina. Well, one of football's most fiery fixtures, this one is laden with quite a lot. In fact, a lot of people are like, when you talk about geopolitical tension, you talk about iconic World Cup moments, tonight's game promises to be exciting and a difficult call even for the most accurate predictions. The last competitive meeting between the Three Lions and Albiceleste at the World Cup was 24 years ago, back in 2002, in the group stage. At the time, David Beckham scored a penalty, which resulted in a 1-0 group stage win for England. Sweet revenge for Rotondi, because before then, in 1998, Argentina had knocked England out on penalties in the round of 16 following David Beckham's infamous red card. The very first encounter, though, was in 1986 with Argentina's 2-1 quarter-final win featuring Diego Maradona's controversial hand of God and the goal of the century. Now, many will be watching keenly to see what fresh drama this encounter will result in between Harry Kane plus Jude Bellingham for England on the one hand, and Lionel Messi for Argentina on the other hand. You know what? Let's soak this in. It's coming up. Wow, I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, so who are you supporting and who do you believe will win? Send in your predictions using the hashtag Beyond the Game on TVC, telling us your scoreline and who you believe would score, particularly the winning goal, and you just may win yourself 50,000 naira. It's coming on. Is it really going to? I really do wonder. Will football finally come home? We will find out soon enough. A lot of people are divided. On the one hand, Messi fans are like, Argentina might as well win it. On the other hand, the English, of course, really want it to come back home. Yeah, and they've been singing that for years, but it never seems to happen. So which is it going to be for you? And remember, this is their 4th encounter after so much drama. This time, who is going to win who? Is it going to be England or is it going to be Argentina? That remains to be seen. We are keenly watching. We're excited about this. We are looking forward to what the results will be. It promises to be really exciting. One to watch. I'm particularly interested in what drama is about to be created again, because it seems every time they meet, there's something really interesting that happens between them. This just might be another for the record. Will it be by Messi? Will it be by Jude Bellingham? Or will it be by Harry Kane or any other member of the English team? That remains to be seen. Well, my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Thank you so much for watching Beyond the Game on TVC today. À la prochaine fois. Bye for now. I'm so excited.
England shining in the light.